Max the time traveler looked at the mysterious watch in his hand. He knew that by just turning the hands, he could transport himself to another time in history. This time, he decided to explore an ancient date, and before he could think twice, a vortex engulfed him. When Max opened his eyes, he found himself in the middle of an ancient Roman city. There was activity everywhere, the market, the bustling streets, and in the distance, a towering volcano. He was in Pompeii, a city he had heard about in his history books. Fascinated by the place, Max began to explore. Life in Pompeii was vibrant, full of culture and movement. However, as he walked along the cobbled streets, he noticed a slight tremor beneath his feet. Something was not right. Suddenly, a deafening roar made everyone look towards Mount Vesuvius. The volcano was about to erupt, and Max understood what that meant. He was in for the day of disaster that would destroy the city. The first rocks and ashes began to fall from the sky. People panicked, running in all directions. Max desperately searched for his watch to escape, but the device didn't seem to work. He was trapped. With no time to waste, Max decided to help the citizens of Pompeii. Guiding those closest to him towards the port, he navigated constant dangers, collapsing buildings, the ground shaking and clouds of ash darkening the sky. Every second counted. The heat was becoming unbearable and Max knew he had to act fast. As more people boarded the boat he had found at the port, the air became thicker and harder to breathe. Just when he thought all was lost, Max heard the crack of a building collapsing behind him. It was a race against time, and even though the volcano continued to roar, Max remained calm. Upon reaching the port, he looked at his watch once more. With a final effort, he tried to turn the hands again, and finally, he felt the energy of the vortex envelop him. Max disappeared just as the lava began to approach the harbor dangerously close. Back in his penthouse, he dropped to the floor, exhausted but relieved. He had made it. As I caught my breath, I couldn't help but feel a mix of excitement and gratitude. I had witnessed a devastating historical event, but I had also learned the importance of bravery and speed in emergency situations. Max knew that the watch still had many adventures ahead of it. Despite the danger, his desire to discover more about the past and the future drove him to continue using this mysterious artifact. The emotions of his travels were intense, but each leap in time taught him something new. He knew it wouldn't always be easy, but he was determined to keep exploring, facing whatever challenges time threw at him. So, as he looked at his watch, Max was already thinking about his next destination. Would it be the Middle Ages? The distant future? The world was full of places to discover, and he was ready to face it. Smiling, Max turned the hands once more, knowing that a new adventure awaited him on the other side of the vortex.